I never thought a single decision could unravel my entire life, but it did. And the most haunting part? He never raised his voice. He didn't shed a tear. He just smiled and made sure I witnessed him burn down everything we built, piece by piece. Like most terrible choices, it began quietly, almost so subtle, I didn't realize it was happening. I'm Claire, and by all appearances, my life was something out of a well-filtered Instagram post. A devoted husband named Daniel, a comfortable little house, a tolerable job, and my best friend Jordan, who had been by my side since college. But what I never expected was that feeling settled could feel so suffocating. Daniel was the kind of man women dreamed about, gentle, dependable, solid. He kissed my forehead each morning, sent good-night messages even when he worked late. And maybe that was the issue. Everything was constant, predictable. Like I was sprinting on a treadmill, exhausting myself but going nowhere. Jordan, on the other hand, was fire. Unapologetically loud, adventurous, magnetic. Everyone gravitated toward her, including someone I should have never looked at that way, her boyfriend, Mason. It wasn't supposed to happen. The first line was crossed at Jordan's birthday party. Too much wine, a childish round of truth or dare, and suddenly his lips were on mine. And I let it happen. I kissed him back. What should have been a one-time mistake turned into a morning text. Then a call. And before I knew it, we were stealing moments in shadows for months. It was reckless, selfish, thrilling. Each time I swore it would end, I'd fall right back into it. Daniel never doubted me. He trusted me with his whole heart, and instead of appreciating that, I started resenting him. Then everything fell apart. One morning, I woke up and his side of the bed was cold. I shuffled into the kitchen, still half asleep, expecting him to be brewing coffee like always. But all I found was a note on the counter. I know. Just 2 words. It hit me like being pulled into the ocean with bricks tied to my chest. I called him. No answer. I texted, pleaded, sobbed, nothing. He had vanished. It didn't take long to realize how carefully he'd orchestrated everything. The joint bank account, frozen. He'd already moved all the funds to his personal one a week earlier. I suddenly couldn't access a single cent. Then the landlord called. Daniel had already given notice. Our lease was ending, and I had 3 weeks to vacate. I phoned his workplace. They said he was on leave. No contact information. No explanation. At least I still had Mason, or so I thought. But as soon as Daniel disappeared, Mason cut all contact. Stopped responding. Blocked me. Gone. Jordan had no idea yet. But I could feel it. Everything was about to collapse. And then came the box. It arrived at my job. No return name. Just a simple package. Inside, there were dozens of photographs. Me and Mason. In hotel rooms. Kissing in his car. Laughing over coffee. All time-stamped. Someone had been documenting everything. At the bottom was a handwritten note. Daniel's writing. I wanted you to understand what loyalty looks like from the other side. I locked myself in the office bathroom and sobbed until my body ached. I thought that would be the worst of it. But I was wrong. The next day, Jordan showed up at my door. Her face was puffy, eyes red. Her voice was almost a whisper. You told me you were sick that weekend. I couldn't say a word. I didn't even try. I saw the pictures, Claire, she said. She didn't scream. Didn't slap me like I expected. She just turned and walked away, taking 20 years of friendship with her. Desperate for answers, I tried calling Mason one last time. Someone else answered. A woman I didn't recognize. I figured you'd call, she said, voice cold. Who is this? I asked. I'm Mason's real girlfriend, she replied. Daniel paid me to keep him talking, to pass on everything. My stomach dropped. What? Oh, he's been planning this for months, she said, almost laughing. Mason was loyal to no one. Daniel just gave him the best offer. The phone slipped from my hands and shattered on the floor. Daniel hadn't just discovered the affair. He had known for a long time. And instead of confronting me, he set a trap so meticulously designed that I didn't see it until I was completely tangled in it. A week later, I lost my job. HR summoned me in and told me someone had sent evidence of inappropriate behavior. Our company had a strict policy around personal conduct. I was handed 30 days severance and shown the door. My name was ruined. But the final blow, that came in the form of a video. Daniel had sent it directly to my email. I watched as he walked into what used to be our home. Calm. Silent. Room by room, he dismantled my world, not violently, but deliberately. My collection of novels from my teenage years dropped into the bathtub, drowned as the water ran. The wine-red couch I saved up for, soaked in actual red wine. The mug I made with my mom in pottery class, smashed. He wasn't angry, he was composed, almost tender. And he smiled at the camera the entire time. At the end, he held up a honeymoon photo of us. Studied it. Then tore it clean in two. His final words. You cheated. I cleaned up. The screen went black. I sat there, frozen, watching it on loop. Punishing myself. I tried everything to reach him. Emails. Letters. I even visited his mother. She just looked at me with sadness in her eyes and said, You broke my boy. Let him heal. That was the end. In just 3 months, I lost my husband, my best friend, my job, my savings, my home, my reputation, and any illusion that Mason was ever anything more than a mistake. Daniel never aired my dirty laundry online. He didn't try to destroy me in public. He let my own guilt do the job, and it did. Now, I live in a tiny one-bedroom apartment, juggling 2 part-time jobs, trying to pick up the shards of a life I shattered. Some things I've learned don't come back. And I don't hate him for it. He didn't scream, didn't curse, didn't humiliate me. Instead, he made me watch, silently, as he erased every piece of the life we once shared. And that somehow hurt the most.